right?
No.
Oh, it's big group?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. It's Mark Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt Underground Show, the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go, Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't be as a Ranger fan. Can't be as a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering.
Hello, Frisco!
It's out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, remember what is the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, remember what is the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Sunday, a rare Sunday night show for us, for you. My name is David. As always, I'm joined on the other side of the window by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good evening, sir. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's
Day out there.
Well, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to Jen. Happy Mother's Day to Costa, because he's a mother. Boop. All right, now. Yes, Jim, I'm doing good. Trying to recover from that. Trying to recover from that game, and I hope all is well with you and yours. And let's break it down. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly.
So the Rangers find themselves down 2-1 after losing last night 7-4 in Pittsburgh in a game that saw them fall behind fast and furiously 4-1. They rallied back with a tremendous second period. And then gave up. Pittsburgh came out, played a much better third period, as a good team is supposed to. Got the goal. The coach panicked, pulled the goalie, and before you know it, they had a 3-goal lead again. And that was that, as they say, as Jen says. That was that. And that's that, as they said in Goodfellas. So the Rangers are down 2-1. The fan base is panicking, jumping ship.
In full retreat.
Because, we were supposed to go 16-0 on the way to a Stanley Cup, because this is a team just littered, Eddie, with tremendous success, cups, trophies.
Oh, yeah. What a pedigree.
And awards. There's been absolutely no.
You haven't been in the playoffs in 5 years and everybody's spoiled.
There's been no. What's the word I'm looking for? How come I've forgotten the word? There's been no
provenance for winning.
There's been no. It starts. What the hell's the word? The word is completely out of my head. No. Not. I don't know. Now I can't think of the word. It'll come to me like an hour from now.
Okay, if somebody knows.
No troubles. That's the basic word I was. But there's a different word for it. No. Difficulty. I mean, everything comes easy for this team. So how dare they lose 2 games to the Penguins, who finished only 4 points behind them, or 5 points? Yes. How dare they?
How dare they? I mean,
but I'm taking names. I know who's why. I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. I know when you jump off my bandwagon, my friend.
Yeah, he told me before the show he's got serious issues with some of you people. Not right here in the chat room, because obviously if you're watching this, you haven't given up.
I saw a few people. Oh, I can't take this in. I'm not watching. I'm shutting it off. Good night. 4-1. Good night. I saw the good nights just flowing. Game over.
Oh,
How dare you?
Yes. I did not shut it off. I had a lot of confidence that the team could beat King Louis Domingue there, his Dominion. And I thought they would come. They had a chance. And
Look, your relationship if you are in a relationship with the New York Rangers, I will give you a Facebook analogy. It is always complicated. You are never married, you are never single. It is always complicated. This isn't easy. If it was easy, everybody do it. Get out of here. It's a toxic relationship. Yes, Jen.
it is true. I don't know where to start. I mean, let's start with the goaltender, the mighty Igor.
Good place to start.
All right. The goals he gave up were, I don't know if you gotta call them lucky goals for Pittsburgh or just non-awareness around the net where he was, where the defensemen were. Like it seemed like they were very sloppy in coverage down low. There's pucks going off skates. There's pucks going off. I have to say, there were 3 cheesy goals out of the 4.
Yeah.
Dave Maloney said as much on the radio. Some people say 2 out of the 4. Gallant said 2 out of the 4 were kind of like, just cheese ball. But they all count.
Absolutely.
So you got to bounce back. And I just felt, and I felt like the crowd got a little in his head. Although I don't want to admit it. I would never admit it. Well, there are a couple Pittsburgh fans in your abode. But I would never admit that to a Pittsburgh Penguin fan. I feel like they did kind of get to the Rangers, the goaltending, and especially their defense, were a little rattled. And listen, I can't excuse it because it's, and you can blame it on penalties, but they were capitalizing with the second Evan Rodriguez. Oh my God. I thought they were going to build a shrine to him on that TNT broadcast. I mean, you thought he had 6 goals. Right. They wanted to give him a goal. They were like, well, no, that could be changed. That could be changed. It was just really too loosey-goosey in front of their own net. I think they were a little shaken, overtaken by the moment. We saw it during the game. Braden Schneider did not make a good play. It was a very bad play when he could have went out of the zone. But I can excuse that because he's a young guy. He's got to, and, he's going to take his lickings and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. And Gallant, Don Rickles, whatever his name is, he made the right move, I thought. I mean, Igor just didn't have it or whatever. He had to change the mojo.
Right. I'm in the camp that I did not think. I think 3 out of the 4 goals I thought were just sloppy defense. Guys just not paying attention. Igor couldn't see. Guys in his way. That Nemeth, that goal coming off the first goal, the goal coming off the post, that was just Nemeth getting in his way. But I understood the need to change the goaltender because it did work. It changed the momentum.
I agree. I agree totally. I mean, now when it was 3-1, I was like, okay, this is so, we could come back. When it was 4-1, then I got a little worried. I wasn't changing the channel worried. I was just like, it's going to be a uphill battle. And we have seen this trend in the regular season where the Rangers get down these enormous leads or have to come back to win. But as you know, and as I know, and as everybody in this chat room knows, that is not playoff hockey. That's regular season hockey. Playoff season hockey is, playoffs is a different animal. It's just a total different animal. But Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was
finish
just
that.
going to say, with Louis Domingue, I felt like anything is possible with this guy. They're playing an, for lack of a better word, an AHL goalie. So let's,
That's why I wasn't worried when they lost game 1. I wasn't worried when they fell behind 4-1, and I wasn't worried, and I'm not worried that they're down 2-1. He stinks. He's not good. I don't care. I don't care how much of a story the media wants to make out of this. Look at his numbers. He's not good.
no.
The Penguins are up 2-1, has absolutely bullshit to do with Louis Domingue. He stinks. Look at his numbers. Guy's got an 875 save percentage. He stinks. He's not good. And I said, kept saying last night, if they just start getting shots through on him, they're going to get goals. And before you know it, they were back in the game 4-4. And I'm sorry, I don't like the way Gallant's coaching this series. And he said today, they asked him yesterday or last night or today, about matchups, defense. He says, I don't like to play matchups. I don't like to coach that way. Well, what does he do? I gotta start asking, what does he do? I mean, the third line is getting overrun by Crosby, and then last night Sam mushing them constantly. Oh, Joe, the Rangers have done a great job keeping Crosby in check, and I knew right then and there that Crosby was getting a goal before the game was over. You knew it. He mushed them. Forget it. Let's go. We've been mushed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a very strange series. A lot of momentum shifts. Neither team, I don't think, is playing well on defense. I think both teams have had lots of chances. That first game was just, I mean, that's like one for the ages. You got two goalies combining for 160 saves. I mean, it's been a strange series. I mean, the ebbs and flows, and game 2, the Rangers just, it was a very even game until the Rangers kind of blew it open. And last night's game, Pittsburgh blows it open early. And again, Rangers, as they have all year, showed resilience, got right back in the game, 4-4. And then I thought I'm not a fan of pulling the goaltender that early. We're only down by a goal.
Done that a lot.
It backfires more often than not. And I said to Jen, I said, they lose the faceoff, the game's over. And sure enough, they actually won the faceoff, but Pittsburgh got the puck anyway, and then the game was over. And then he pulls the goalie again. I'm like, well, okay, well, those
now it's already shot the shit. So I mean,
right. I just kind of thought I don't know. I just I don't like pulling the goaltender that early when it's only one goal. If it's 2 goals, if it's 3 goals, fine. Pull the goaltender. Who gives a shit? The odds are against you getting back in the game anyway. But 1 goal, I don't know. I just feel like 2.5 minutes, I think it was, that he pulled Georgiev. I just think it's too soon, especially when your power play, when you're not clicking, 5-on-4, the power play had struggled, 3 in a row they had and couldn't get a goal in. I just didn't like it. And, I don't know. I just, I'm seeing some bad, some bad, a couple of red flags from this coach in the playoffs that I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Did you question them? I'm sure you did, because you're not a Monday morning quarterback. Did you question?
No, I'm a during the game quarterback.
Yeah, okay. So you questioned immediately when he pulled him 2.5 minutes left.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
We both did.
They did.
Okay. Okay, the witness. I didn't swear you in, the witness, but we'll take your account.
I'll swear it in. I don't like it.
Oh, I believe you.
I've said it on recaps that he pulled the goalie too early. I just I don't know.
Well, he's done it in the past. I mean, in some of the regular season games, one was like 5 minutes plus, I think. But I think with him, it's like,
that might have been the Islander game. They were down 2 goals, something like that. I don't remember. I think that was the Islander game, because I seem to remember really venting about that in my recap.
I was 50-50 on the whole thing. I'll tell you the truth. But looking at it from your side, it's not like the Rangers weren't getting chances 5-on-5. it's not like they were locked up, as the word I've been using is buttoned up and not getting a shot off. They really needed that extra man. They also had failed, 3 consecutive power plays before that. So I guess he figured 5-4, 6-4, whatever we're going to lose, doesn't matter what the score is. So we got to push to win. But Pittsburgh does have a good penalty kill. It hadn't been that great in the series up to that point. But so you get a little flags. You want David Quinn back in here, or what's going on?
No, I'm just not as enamored with this coach as everybody else is. I understand.
Well, he's certainly, again,
I understand the regular season results are there, but
he's not a tactician. He's not a tactician.
People talk about this guy like he's one of the great hockey minds of our time. I mean, let's just pump the brakes a little on this guy because because you know what? Just like a player, coach makes his bones in the playoffs, and I don't give a shit what he did with the Knights because I ain't a Knights fan. That has no bearing to me anymore. Nothing. That means nothing to me. I don't care that he took a ragtag bunch of cast-offs with the Knights and had this magical run all the way to the cup. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm talking about here and now against the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's overmatched. To Mike Sullivan, which is mind-blowing. I'm still mind-blown that the guy that was our assistant coach with the worst power play in the league has gone on to win a Stanley Cup with the Penguins and is now out coaching our secret squirrel, mad genius, absent-minded professor.
Well, again, I don't think he's a tactician. I think he's a more like what they term a player's coach, which doesn't help you during a playoff game. I mean, and it looks like he's very this is just what I saw the same post game you saw with him. Was it the matchups, the whole thing? I think that he's very stubborn about maybe exchanging some of those guys on the back line, like you mentioned earlier, with Nemeth and some of the guys that Ranger fans have seen enough with. I think Nemeth is being skewered as we speak somewhere. No crazy rants yet, Rock, but I haven't really had my say. There's one. I don't really have a Ranger rant.
I've got nothing to rant about. I mean, I'm not terribly. I'm not worried about the series. I'm really not. I mean, I still think they're capable of winning. I don't think the series is over by any match. I still think we have the biggest advantage on the ice in goaltending. And I went back and I took a calm, collective look at some of the other playoff series they've played over the years. And you've been a fan long enough to know, and so is Rock, and so is Jen. And there's going to be a stinker in every series, whether they win it or lose it. There's always a stinker. Even in '94, they had a real bad game against the Devils. They had a real bad game against the Canucks. It's going to happen. You play 6-7 games, one of them ain't always going to be great. They're resilient. They've always been able to bounce back from bad losses. They still have a huge advantage in goaltending because I don't care what anybody says. Louis Domingue stinks. I still think they're going to win the series. They're just not going to win it as fast as I thought they were going to win it. They're going to do it the Ranger way, which is the hard way.
Yes. I agree. I mean,
you ever played blackjack? You know what a 5-card Charlie is? 5-card, got to get 5 cards to 21. That's the hard way. That's the way the Rangers are doing it. 5-card Charlie.
That's right. In some casinos in Vegas, you actually get an extra payout if you pull a 5.
Right, you automatically, it's an automatic, right? It's a pay. 5-card Charlie pays 2 to 1 or something like that. I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
So, I'm cracking again. It's a little puzzling. It's been a series of momentum shifts, and really, the Rangers have not played a 60-minute game.
We've seen momentum shifts. I mean, the Penguins will spend 10 minutes in the Rangers zone, and then the Rangers come back and spend 4 or 5 minutes in the Penguins zone. And then the Penguins come back and spend another 10 minutes in the Rangers zone. And, Jerry could be back tomorrow? That's fine.
I know he's skating, whatever that means.
I don't care who's in goal for Pittsburgh. Our goaltender's better.
Yes. I agree. And he had
And
a
I
rough
told you at
night.
the beginning of the series. I told you guys right here on this show. Backup goaltenders are playoff stories. I don't want this. I don't want to be this guy's story.
Yes.
Raquel also returned to the ice. I see. I'm just looking up Penguins.
Raquel's back.
Raquel, yes.
How about Dumoulin?
Oh, Joe.
You were right at the old Joe. Well,
this is from yesterday, actually.
Some of the people in your house may have to shut their ears for this next 3-minute rant.
It ain't nothing she ain't heard.
What in the hell is in the brain of a Pittsburgh Penguin fan? We want the cup? You are chanting the audacity. I mean, you gotta be a moron. It's game 3. You're playing the Rangers.
They were chanting that? I didn't hear that.
Yes, they chanted, "We want the cup." According to the guys on TNT, they were chanting, "We want the cup."
Oh, Kenny.
Don't you think it's a little too early? I know there's been some upsets, and the matchups look good, but it's game 3. I mean, you got to be out of your mind. Talk about entitled fools. I know you've won a couple cups in the last decade, but come on, give me a break. And I thought it was stupid that chanting Igor. The guy's done nothing but completely stonewall them. And I did say in the beginning of the program, it may have actually did them some good because I think it did kind of rattled him. And Gallant mentioned it in the post-game presser. And also, you might as well eliminate.
Wait a minute. The coach actually admitted in his post-game press conference that the crowd may have rattled the goaltender.
I think it was in today's.
Oh, fire him now. Just fire him. You don't ever admit that.
Really?
You don't ever. You admit that? Do you admit that as a coach?
Well, see if you can get it, because I may have hallucinated. But I think he did say, he said that the crowd was going.
Now I got a rant loaded. Hold on.
All right.
Downloading. Give me the downloading. Rant downloading. 2 minutes, 38 seconds to go. First thing that comes up when I go to YouTube is Strokey and the Redhead. Hey, guys.
What are they, number one?
Oh,
stop hanging your hat. Hi, guys.
Hold on. I'm looking this up.
It's Gallant. Maybe Gallant today. Maybe Gallant. It had to be Gallant last night. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
that's true.
Eddie, this could be it. This could be it for me and this coach.
Well, I think there's, Rock, I think there's been some.
There we go. Wait.
But well, I have to get Jim in there. Jim's face is getting red just thinking about loading this rant.
Right. Oh, shit.
All right. Well, could be fake news for me. I got to make sure I.
Roller coaster, obviously. What was your?
Was it ever? Yeah. Obviously, a slow start to the game, and we knew they were going to come out. I mean, we came out of their building real hard in the first period, and they did the same tonight. But they kept.
I'm glad he's laughing. By the way, I'm over here shitting my pants, and he's laughing.
He's all smile.
The full
yeah. Oh yeah. Alfred E. Gallant. What me worry?
We got behind, obviously, and had a lot of trouble. So. I'm proud of my team. We bounced back and we played hard the rest of the game, and it's unfortunate, but that's the way she goes. And
she wins.
We'll get back at them again next game.
What do you attribute that slow first?
I have no idea. Stuff happens. You prepare the same way, you get them ready to play the same way, and like I said, the fans definitely help in every building. So it was no different than what it was in our building in the first game. We had a great start to the game. We had great forechecking, and they got a couple of fortunate bounces.
Got to wait for the shot
They
start.
played well. They dominated first, but after that, I thought we played really well.
It felt like you guys had looks, but maybe you were giving up too many at the same time.
First period. After that, I think we were the. I mean, you watch the game and that power play. We had great saves. You got to give Louis Domingue credit when it was 4-4. He made 2 or 3 great saves in our power play. So, that was a big part of the game.
Igor's been so unbelievable, beyond unbelievable.
Yeah.
Sit down there, it's just.
Yeah, you look at it and you say, I mean, again, two of them were lucky bounces, and, it's 4-1, you want to change momentum a little bit sometimes, and Igor's been outstanding, and really, you look at it right now, and he's played 10 periods in the last, basically 4.5 days, 5 days, whatever it is, so I thought it was a good time to, jump start it, and fortunately for us, we battled back in the second and tied it up, and unfortunately, in the third, they got a goal, so. But I like the way our team didn't quit. I was proud of them for that, and we'll be ready to go next game.
Did he have much of a message for them in between those first and second periods?
It was just man up. They're
Genius.
Man up.
Man up.
man up team. We're playing over there, but
Maybe then it was
no
the May
different.
6th,
Bill Parcells, this guy is not.
the May 8th.
The ranks
Maybe
are
it's the May 8th.
same
where-
length as, you got to go and play the game, and
All right, hang on.
let's man up and be men about this, and we're not going to die.
I didn't hear
We're not
that
gonna
man
sit
up.
that back and let them continue to play like that against us, and we came out and we caught them pretty good, and we battled back in that hockey game.
If I'm understanding correctly, part of the motivation for going to Georgia was switching momentum, but also maybe to get Igor off his feet for a little bit and give him a little more rest.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's 4-1. It was totally tilted,
Yeah.
and sometimes you spark your team with a goalie change. Igor's been our MVP all season, as everybody knows, and in the playoffs. So I thought we'd give him a little rest tonight and hopefully spark our team, and it worked.
What did you think of your game?
What's that?
What did you think of your game?
I thought he was really solid. Really looked strong. He was excited to get in there, and he's really solid.
Horribly out of position on the fifth goal. I don't.
May 8th.
Look up what?
May 8th. Today.
Hold on. Let me see if there's
I'm
anything.
sorry.
That's all right. Let me see. Hold on. Where's the? Okay. Here's the. Oh, here we go. 5.
So, just relaxing, resting today?
Resting today, relaxing, yeah.
You guys, did you do anything today?
Did you hear what Jen just said? He looks too fucking happy.
Today,
I mean, he's. I understand he's getting paid one way or the other, but come on.
Well,
We
come
did
on.
nothing
You
right
got to maintain a little bit. You're not panicking, so why should he panic?
I don't get paid to coach.
What do you guys think? I like
this guy's yucking it up with the media. He should be in the dungeon coming up with a plan here.
Connor says he's on ecstasy.
Tanner concentrates harder on Roblox than this guy does on his game plan for game 4 here. I mean, come on. I got a better Halo strategy.
Alex says he's into Weston
we did
and
a little
Will
stretch and roll to play.
Oh, this is 7 minutes long. We really want to hear this guy blather on.
I'm just saying, see, get the
So,
point.
just a relaxed day, and when you play his team 3 times in the playoffs, there's not a lot to show. We'll show video tomorrow morning and that like we usually do. So today's an off day.
Tomorrow will be a full skate in the morning.
Yeah.
Weston with relaxation.
A little W&W, Western recreation.
Igor changed momentum, 2 of the goals were deflections, but what did you think about him? Did he look like Igor in the first period, or did you think he looked maybe a little...
No, I think the first 2 goals were real lucky, and the crowd was going crazy and everything was going. It just went against us. I mean, there was some unlucky bounces and breaks, and I thought at 4-1, why not shake something up? So.
I know.
All right, that's the part that I interpreted that the crowd was going. So maybe I'm wrong in my recollection.
All right.
All right.
All right. That's not that. I was going to call for his immediate firing. Immediate.
Oh man.
Let that old guy, Mike Kelly or whatever the hell his name is, the old guy with the clipboard, he
Kelly
gets
the cop?
the rest of the series.
Officer Kelly.
Officer Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, immediately fired.
I am sorry for my fake news, but we did get Weston relaxation out of that, so it was worth the comedy.
Right. Right.
Weston relaxation.
Just a little rehabilitation and we'll be fine.
Oh boy. So don't catch your count your chickens before they hatch over there, Pittsburgh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This coming in for wait a minute. Maybe I gotta go back to this now. Liam says it's there.
Oh. Wait a minute. I'm not insane.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
3 minutes in. I can't wait. I
Hold on.
can't wait for Jim to lose his
All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
mind.
I'm sharpening the axe.
Western wee waxation.
That they get a power play, they kept the momentum going. We just couldn't slow things down for them. And obviously, you'd love to see, our fourth line go out there and get some pucks in deep and get some body contact. But they took it to us in the first period. And, we tried to do that. We tried to slow it down a little bit and get some physical play. They took over the first period. I'd like to say something that there was a way to slow it down, but they came ready to play, and we'll be more ready tomorrow night.
You had your third defense pair had a bit of a rough night. What are your options there?
Options?
Yeah, in terms of getting them to play better.
No, it's
options.
Options.
What do you mean options? What do you think you're talking to here? Options? I got no options.
Yeah, I think there's a plan. There's a plan.
I have no options, Molly.
You're pointing the finger at those guys, but it was the first period. I got no problem with those. They're going to play hard. They're going to do the best they can. We're all about our team. It's about 23 guys in our roster right now, and that's what it's about. So do the best you can. You try and put the best lineup out there to win hockey games, and last night we had a tough night, not just our third D pair.
Silver lining, do you think sitting and watching 2 periods instead of playing them will help Igor in this?
Sorry?
Silver lining of last night with Igor, do you think sitting and watching for 2 periods instead of playing?
Yeah, I think it was, like I said, there's no issues with Igor. He sat there. The game didn't happen for us really well, and we bounced back. We almost had a chance to win that hockey game. So I think it was good for him last night. We know he's going to bounce back, and like I said, our team's going to bounce back first. That's the biggest thing.
I want to ask you quickly, too, about Jake Gensel for their team. Plays with Sidney Crosby for a long time.
I'm still not hearing it.
I'm not hearing it. Liam, I thought you're my brother. Now you
Mark the tape.
He knows, he gets to the net. He's a skilled guy. He shoots the puck real well, but he drives the blue paint. We talk about Chris Kreider scoring goals on the blue paint. This guy, he's around the net all the time. He knows what Sidney's going to be. He knows how to get open, and that makes him a good hockey player. He works hard every shift, too.
What can you tell us about Andrew Copp? He had a goal for you in every game, and he's playing well.
Line, so he get more opportunities, and he's taking advantage of it. That's what he's done for our team, and he's played great every night.
And he followed up on that shorthander too. He was trailing and ended up being in the right.
No, he's good solid hockey player. We really like him, and he's played really good for us since the time he's been here.
What is the message to try to sustain a 60-minute effort? Because that just seems to be what
Yeah,
common theme.
it's a common theme, but it's not just with us. It's around the league. You watch games every night. It's not a lot of difference. If Florida Panthers are a great team, you see the same thing from them. So momentum.
All right, I've heard it.
William says it's there, but he'll find it later.
All right, you find it. You let me know. I'll put it right back up and demand for his immediate filing.
Weston, we wax.
Now this is why the Panthers left him at the hotel to catch a cab. No plan.
What? Me, what we?
No plan. At the 4:05 mark, Khan confesses to the Lindbergh kidnapping. It's great.
Well, Darwin, if he said it, he said it. I mean, that's how I took it. He took a severe, like they were questioning whether they would replace the second pairing. He was like, no, it was a
options.
Options. I mean, it's a little bit bizarre that you're that invested in Patrick Nemeth. I mean, I understand the options, Libor Hayek and whatever. But
at the 6:30 mark, he tries to hunt rabbits with an elephant gun.
Back into the weft.
You don't have a license for hunting elephants or rabbits with an elephant gun, Doc. Back into the weft.
Oh man. You guys, see, this is what I'm saying. We're finding solace and arranges by laughing.
See, it's okay. It's okay that we're laughing, because we've been fans of this team for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. It's all we can do to survive is laugh. I don't want to see this guy laughing, having a good time. He's up there doing the Chuckle Hut in Pittsburgh on Saturday nights up there.
Yeah. He should be very mad, but
he's at Caroline's in Pittsburgh.
Yes. It's listen, I know. Yeah, I know why we are suffering here. I like how he's all cool, calm, and collected. Meanwhile, Jen's having heart pains. I can't go to the bathroom. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're suffering.
Connor's shitting blood.
I've eaten about 8 pounds of potato chips and 35,000 cheese doodles. I mean, come on. You got to give me a break. Costa is shutting it off after 1-0.
Costa's mainlining peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. He's got Burger King coupons for this whole neighborhood. He's ordering. So, jeez. I mean, I do want to coach. I will disagree with you slightly. I don't want a coach that looks like he's panicked or like has this this sense of urgency after 3 games.
Please. That was a good one.
I got the ones. Maui. I got the ones last night.
Diarrhea.
There's something wrong with that guy. He also mentioned this earlier. He said something that was kind of veiled. I want to say I would have done something, but I don't want to say it in that part in the first period. And I don't know if he meant a fight or something. I don't know. We'll have to break down that video one night and just figure out what the hell he's saying. So I'm still I have a lot of faith in the Rangers, and since we're doing the video clips, let's do this clip. And I want to tell you, Patty Duke, your man Chris Kreider showed me he should be the captain in this post-game interview. Him and Strome. Set it up, Jim. Do your wizardry over there. Let's play this clip.
Why do they look like
Ryan, after all the craziness of the first 2 periods, I feel like power play is where you maybe missed the chance to take.
Going to mute us so there's no reverb.
Sure. I mean, we had, I think, 2 chances in the third, so, unfortunately, our power play's been good. All we've wanted was an opportunity, and we had a chance to, change the game, and we couldn't get one. So it was obviously frustrating, especially after clawing all the way back and fighting through some adversity. So, in a series, you have to adjust, and they made good adjustments tonight, so we got to go adjust too and be ready for Game 4 in the power play and 5-on-5 as well.
Chris, just what's your assessment of the first period?
I don't think we got to our game nearly quick enough. I don't think we're playing together. And especially at this point in the season, effort is not something you question. It's a matter of working smart, not just hard. It's a good learning experience for our group. First period at least, but first road period on the road in the playoffs. Obviously like the response, but there have been moments over the course of the year we put ourselves in positions like that and been able to claw back, but it's not something you can do in the playoffs. So,
dare I say, we haven't heard a captain speak like that since Mark Messier. He's not even the captain.
He looks like he gives a shit.
That's how I want my coach to look. He's not laughing.
Yes. Look at his body language before he's just sitting there with his arms folded. Like he's pissed. He is pissed off.
Right.
And how long he took to answer the question?
That was more than a pregnant pause.
Yeah. I mean, that was heartfelt. He's pissed off. And that's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
Name the guy the captain right now. Let's, next season, he's no doubt he's the captain. I haven't seen, like you said, when was the last time you saw a Ranger captain say that? We got to be smart.
When was the last time when's the last time we didn't hear a Ranger player, any player, speak in like corporate bullshit? We got to play our game. We got to work hard. We just got to go get them in the next period. I mean, this is real. This is raw emotion. This is what I want.
Got to rectify quickly.
What do you think turned it around for you guys in the second?
Started playing together. Got out of our own heads and started connecting the dots. Established a forecheck. Started working smart, not just hard. Easiest way to play defense is by making them play defense and playing offense, and we're able to roll forward and get in on them and force turnovers, force offense. So that's something we need to do for a full 60.
I love it.
When I saw that, Jim, I said, everything I ever thought about this guy, and maybe it was, but now it's his team now, I think.
Right.
Because how could you keep that? He without saying it, not in a Lundqvist way. He's saying that defense has got to be smart. Playing hard isn't just enough. We got to be smart.
Right.
And you can see he is troubled by this loss. And that's all I want.
And he said we're not playing together.
Right. Will you ever hear that from this coach?
No. We don't hear that. I mean, we don't hear that from a lot of coaches, but we certainly don't hear it from players. But if we want to be honest, does Chris Kreider have to look any further than his center for a guy that needs to kind of get going?
He picks up the odd assist, but he's got to get goals. He's got to be better in the faceoffs. I think he was 30% in the faceoff dot last night.
Faceoff percentage, he was 30%. Very good, Eddie. You are
my research.
You are prepared.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team wasn't too bad on faceoffs, as I recall.
Overall, they were 41%. Rooney was 42%. Hedl, of all people, was 67%.
I'm going to admit it here and now. I thought Philip Hedl had a very good game. I thought that third line in particular had a good game.
Yeah.
But the fourth line is killing them. And they didn't play much. I can't say a line that plays 7 minutes is a decider, but they've got to get more. In those 7 minutes or so, you got to get a little bit more. Reeves looks incredibly slow out there. If he's not going to start fighting people, I have no use for him. That's where I am with him now. And he's not going to fight. So he's not got nobody to fight on Pittsburgh. Except when you're down 4-1, maybe you take on somebody and end the nonsense. Whatever.
I mean, Chris Kreider led the team in hits last night. He had 5 hits. Reeves had 3 hits in 6 minutes played. 3 hits.
Need your best players playing their best. And right now, Mika, he's getting his points, but it would have been a really boon for him had he, gotten some goals late, when it was in the third period, when the power play goal. I'll agree with the chef. I think Laff is playing his best hockey as a Ranger. Kako looks good too, boys and girls.
He does.
So, I agree with Mr. French. No, that's not Mr. French. That's John Kay. John Kay, he just looks slow.
And, Capo Kako has 3 shots on goal. Mika Zibanejad has 2 shots on goal. Mika Zibanejad has twice the ice time Capo Kako has.
Oh.
Now, there are other things that attribute to that, of course, but he's not noticeable enough. And, this is not the time to go Invisibad. This is just not the time. they need him more than ever.
No, I agree.
I mean, I can't really single out a lot of players that just aren't playing that well in this series, but he's top of my list because he's one of the superstars of this team. He's one of the elite guys. I can't really get on Panarin. He scored last night. They've been all over him. They're giving him nothing. So, other guys
up against him.
Other guys. Well, matchups. I don't do matchups.
Options.
I don't do options. I don't do options. I don't do matchups. I don't plan. We'll just take a day off.
Western waxation.
That's what it's all about. Tampa Bay 4-0 over Toronto. Second period.
Toronto.
So that series may be tied by the end of the evening.
I got Tampa in that series.
I took Toronto in that series.
Who's winning?
I don't know what I took in our pool, but I know
Toronto 2-1.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Jonathan Riggs, DJ Mika dropping stale beats. So far.
He's playing nothing but Bobby Darin and Julius LaRosa at this point.
Yeah. Well, soon Willie Nelson.
Oh yeah, it's Willie Nelson.
I turn off the lights. I know, it's true that Panarin is doing a little dipsy. He's. I think game one he was more invisible than the last two.
That's his game though. He's an East-West guy.
Right.
He relies on others. His game is moving the puck around the zone and going a lot of east-west to create scoring chances. And I understand that. That's his game. That's always been his game. That's the game they gave a $10 million contract to.
That's right.
I don't, but other guys have got to step up when Panarin's getting all this attention.
Who would that be? Mika Zabina. Jazz.
He's first on the list.
Yeah, I mean,
first on the list.
I certainly don't. This has come from a critical point. If this gets back to Mika, I want people to know that me and Jim don't hold nothing personal. This is you're one of the superstars of this team. You've got to produce.
Right, be a superstar.
And the Rangers did do a good job of bottling up Malkin and Crosby for most of that game. So it's that's why I still have faith. I don't care about being down 2-1. And the crowd's going to be very vociferous, very loud tomorrow night.
Vociferous.
So yes, I use these big words occasionally. Prove I went to college. So we'll see, Jim. I mean, I didn't really. I'm trying to think any takeaways. I thought the third pairing took a beating. I mean, they didn't play very well. Schneider I can forgive because he's young. Nemeth,
Nemeth sounds like
he's just not good around the net.
-3 last night, and Lindgren being out, that hurts. Goodrow being out hurts.
Yeah,
but we can't. The Penguins are Crimea River. They got injuries too. Everybody's got injuries. It's the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, Fox has got to play with. He's playing with Braun now, right? And Nemeth, Nemeth and Schneider, and then Keandre Miller and Jacob Trouba. So,
hey, I didn't like Braun's play either, but they could bounce back. I mean,
of course.
I don't think it's out of the question.
I still think they're a better team. I'm sorry, top and bottom. I think they're a better team, and they're better in net. I don't care how. I don't care about Louis Domingue and his pork, his spicy pork, and his broccoli.
Oh, they brought 70 pounds of pork for pregame, the most protein they ever did. They ever gave their players before the game, Joe.
Pittsburgh is just outscoring his mistakes.
No.
5-0 Tampa.
Yes.
Wow. Cutter must be in suicide watch right now for his Maple Leafs.
Never mind.
They're just waiting for the Dr. B makes a good we got any do we have any Lindgren timetable? Or is he day to day, year to year?
Let's see.
I think they said he skated. That's what I think Gallant said, but you can't really go by me because
there's I don't
game
really
time decision. Sean McCaff, the great Sean McCaff.
You know what that means? Game time decision.
I got a feeling that Gallant is your trust in him is waning.
Well, look, I'm just not seeing. I'm just not seeing a lot of coaching going on here.
What do you expect? He's only the head coach,
right? Well, yeah, I guess so. Rollo agrees with me. They're a better team, but they need to execute. Huh? You get no argument from me, but
oh yeah.
The coach, no options, no matchups, just a day off.
I don't know. Maybe he has a problem admitting fault in front of the media. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for him. I love the Kreider response. That's all I need is a guy in the locker room. If he's saying that to us, I can imagine what he said to the players. Like, hey, listen, bonehead, you can't be making a pass like that. Get out of the goalie's way for Kreider. Move somebody in front of that net. Jeff Carter, this 40-year-old center, he has carte blanche in front of our goaltender. Give me a break. And Gallant's talking about Jeff Carter like he's a superstar. He's in the twilight of his career.
Douche.
Get Jeff Carter out to be Tim Kerr in front of that net. I mean, come on, give it a break.
They miss Buchnevich in these playoffs, Eddie.
Oh, no, but hey.
Where's he?
We had to get rid of him.
St. Louis.
Yeah. And meanwhile, what happened in that St. Louis game? They were up late 3-2. Was that did that come to a final?
5-2 they won.
Okay. So that's even.
The Bruins tied that series up with a 5-2 victory.
That's a weird series, man.
And that game the other night, the referee getting taken out. You got a timeout keeper getting taken out with the glass.
Oh man, that was brutal.
That guy was out cold.
I felt so bad for that old guy. I mean, I was just like, wow. That's never happened, as anybody could recall, where a guy got the glass. And what are they banging on that glass constantly? It was not even the glass they were banging on wasn't even like attached to the boards where you could affect the player with.
Right.
Everybody's just an animal nowadays. Nobody gives a shit about anything.
No.
Anyway, they almost killed an old man.
Right. This poor guy's been keeping time at Boston since it was a Boston Garden. He was keeping Jerry Cheever's time. He's been there 65 years. Some Jamoke from Holyoke, Massachusetts bangs on the glass, and this poor guy almost meets his maker.
Can you dial that one up?
Yeah, we should sign the glass. That sign that cane of glass is tougher to play against.
Liam is now quoting Gallant from the video.
Crowd got to him a bit.
Gallant did say the crowd got to him a bit.
Corporate MSG watched it out on the presser, and so it goes.
Wow. Tony D threw his stick at Marchand today?
Oh, I applaud that.
Martian has a punchable face. I hate his nose.
Wow, Sean says that they've edited Gallant's pressers 5 to 6 times this season. The coach can't even speak freely on this freaking team. Give me a break. Come on. Oh, God. I'm telling you, they make it so hard to root for this team. They gouge you financially at every turn. They never win. They edit their press conferences.
They gouge you at every opportunity.
They do.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh my God. It's just they make it hard. So the Bruins, hey, listen, I thought they were out of that series. Could be conspiracy time, son of Chewy says. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. I'm saying I think, but I'm not really thinking. I can't really think of the next. If I had any more comments, I know a lot of things are unfolding. Conspiracies. The coach is a dummy. We don't know who's going to be back. I can't believe they would edit a presser. How come then I saw it though? Did they say maybe they like you said, Jim? They saw it and were like, "Oh, we can't have him saying this."
Right.
Wow. Oh, MSG Live taken out of the YouTube version. Come on. So, did you have any winners in the Kentucky Derby, Jen? What a race!
That was fantastic.
That was awesome. And
I love watching the Kentucky Derby and seeing that horse win because you got these owners and these trainers that walk around like the shit don't fucking stay. I can't stand Bob.
Right.
I can't stand that man. And the Todd Pletchers that enter they enter 3 horses to try and rig the race because the other 2 which were supposed to protect the golden horse and I just love seeing some schlub big man, who didn't even think he was in the Derby on Friday morning and almost got out of the business, and then he wins the
didn't he lose his
Kentucky
horses in a horse fire?
He did, yeah.
On fire, and then, yeah, because these guys invest millions of dollars to get these horses, and then here comes this no-name guy and wins it all. And I thought that was fantastic.
I mean, all the way from the back, and he makes that run. Messier running out of gas down the stretch. Messier fading.
Well, there was 2 horses up there going together, and then he comes along the rail, and the jockey went to the whip. And when he went to the whip, I said, this is like a last ditch thing. And usually, not usually, but sometimes when they go to the whip, they're looking for that extra, and not all the time the horse responds. He just doesn't have it. But
right.
he went right up the rail and he won the race. Fantastic.
It's a fly.
And also this just in, Rich Strikes has more coaching ability than Gerard Gallant.
He made adjustments.
He surely did.
He had options.
You see the horse start biting the pony after the
yeah.
race? Holy cow! Just let him go. Why are you gonna?
Right? Why is the guy on the pony horse continuing to pull? And he punched Rich Strike. He punched him in the snout to try and get him off.
In the head twice.
I didn't like that at all.
That's abuse.
And then Sean McCaff, and I think this is a very astute observation. The Japanese owner asked Mike Tirico, "When do we get to eat the horses?" That's just not right.
Is that confirmed?
That's confirmed.
Is that confirmed?
Liam, find that.
That is a big fly.
It is. I thought it was a bee.
No, that's a big fly.
That's a horse fly. Talking about horses.
It looks like it.
So big. If only I could show you. If only we could flip the camera.
I don't want to see the flies.
It's a big fly, man.
Come on.
Oh, now he flew by me.
He knew he's being photographed.
He's on
the other side of the banner. All right, you want to talk to Connor?
Yeah, Connor, come on in.
There he is. What's up, Connor?
Well, it's funny. This beer I'm drinking, it's called Good Night Nobody, which is basically my reaction after last night's game. It was
So-
not good night.
You were very bitter. You were very upset.
I mean, going inside the fact that after basically every other sentence, I was saying is where the fuck is the defense? But
First period was rough.
Not just the first period, certainly the third. I mean, what can I say? I was as happy as everyone. I did not turn the game off after we went down 4-1. So I got to see those 3 great goals, but at the same time, if you're gonna try and come back, at least finish. Don't go and take your foot off the gas. And it's very clear that we took our foot off the gas once we tied the game.
Okay.
I mean,
You think it was more of the Rangers taking their foot off the gas than Pittsburgh just elevating their game?
I mean, I don't know how you can necessarily elevate your game considering the fact that we're playing a third-string goalie, we're playing a Chris Letang in an AHL defense, but we're still getting. Frankly, we should be leading this series. I'm not going to walk around that, frankly. But I mean, as I said in the last call, playoffs are a crapshoot. I mean, I think that what this is very much demonstrating is the fact that the Penguins, for all their flaws, still are more experienced in the playoffs than the Rangers, and we are very much being presented that.
I think you may have something there. I certainly think so. I mean, but still, the Rangers should be able to overcome that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that team was just a shit show from the beginning.
I mean, aside from maybe
empty net goals aside, if they've lost these 2 games by 1 goal, and a bounce here and there, and the Rangers are up 3-0 in this series, and a bounce here and there, and the Penguins are up, could be up 3-0 in this series.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, and here and there, and Gerard Gallant could actually look competent in the playoffs. I mean, if you take out that 1 year that he had in Vegas, where has his success been when it comes to playoffs?
Okay. I'm not about to get rid of Gallant. I'm not turning this on the coach.
We're done. We're done with this coach, Eddie. I love it. I love it.
We fired everybody, and everything is get rid of the coach, and it's the same old bullshit.
I'm not looking at that coach. There are some very clear issues there.
There's 3 games.
And Gerard, so are you saying that Gerard Gallant is at fault here?
Am I saying he's at fault? No.
Okay.
I'm not happy with his responses. And as we pointed out, we don't really know what he does. But where were you 50 games in the regular season? Everybody loves Gallant. I'm still in love with him. I can't break up with him yet. They lose 2 more games, and now I'm breaking up with him.
They go out this series in 5. We're leading the pitchfork parade.
That's right. I know what you're saying. I see where you're coming from.
I mean, look, he was not my first choice when we brought him on, but
now you're going back in time? You didn't want him? Who'd you want?
Time traveling now.
I mean, look, I fully.
Who did you want? I want you to go on the record and tell me who you wanted. It wasn't your first choice.
I don't remember.
Say all right.
But then again, I don't even remember passing out in Port Authority. So that. But no, nonetheless, I mean, look. I'm not giving up on this series.
I'll give you props for that.
Am I nervous because we're gonna have to win one in Pittsburgh? Sure, okay, but
that crowd's a bunch of bozos.
2-1 is we can still come back. All right, it's just a matter of
tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, wouldn't you feel like you're in the driver's seat?
if they lose tomorrow, Jim might as well cue up that Willie Nelson music.
Now fly.
But no,
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Hold the phone.
Okay.
If they lose tomorrow, series is over because no Ranger team has ever come back from down 3-1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Because even if they lose tomorrow, all they'd still have to do is win one game in Pittsburgh and win at home to win the series. Come on.
Well, I'm saying it's
You
more.
want the coach fired? You're already looking at options. You got options for coach. You're coming in here with this.
I didn't call for the coach being fired.
He wasn't your first choice, though. You
wasn't my first choice to bail you out of Port Authority, but I did it.
He wasn't your guys' first choice either.
Well,
but I'm just saying. I'm just kidding around when I talk about. Well, I mean, if he'd have said that Igor, if he admitted that the crowd rattled Igor, that would have been cause for.
Edited it out. He did say it. It got under his skin a little.
Got edited out, huh?
Yeah.
Look,
I heard it. I saw it.
The bottom line here is that we just need for more than just Kreider and Igor and Kyle to show up.
Bottom line, Conan, I was a young man once. Yeah. You're hurt. You're hurting because the Rangers lost. You blamed everybody on the team, the coach. Chris Drury will be next. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. It's gonna be all right.
All right. I mean, I could bring up something positive if you guys want.
Okay. We're all about positivity here. Sometimes.
I mean, when I saw that Chris Kreider press conference, that was leadership right there.
That's right.
That is the type of leadership that we need to see in this locker room. And if Chris Kreider is willing to get on that horse and lead, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, you need that kind of guy. You need 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And, I suspect that Trouba is like that too. Although it's hard to kind of blame his defenseman since he's one of them. But I like Trouba. I like the hit Trouba made on Malkin. Did you guys see that one?
I think Trouba obviously could very well be a leader, considering the fact that all his buddies are on the team now. So
and producing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta say, if there's one guy who I think could really help turn this series around, it's Andrew Cobb, because he has been one of the guys that has been very good this series, and I think that if he continues to do that, and Kreider continues to be Kreider, and Igor actually gets some help on the defense, then we could turn this around.
Yeah, they've got to be better in front of their own net. They have not been good in front of Igor.
And hence my point when I keep yelling, where the fuck is the defense?
Okay.
At least I didn't throw stuff, though, so baby steps.
Yeah, and I've seen some good things with some of the players. Like that third line. I know that me and I said, Chef, it'd be great if I think Lafreniere and Kako, and then to a lesser degree, Edel, they've been very good. It's been a good test for them, and it's only 3 games. But the guy you should be expecting to score or leaning on is not Andrew Kopp, it's Mika Zibanejad.
But Mika Zibanejad
got to do his thing.
Mika's been MIA for most of the series, and which is disappointing considering the fact that one of the big reasons we paid him the big bucks is to show up in the postseason. I mean, granted, he didn't exactly. It's not like he exactly has playoff experience, but we are counting on him.
He has enough.
Yeah,
he's one of the better players in the league, and he's got to show up. And
right.
Alec raises a good thing. Oh, yeah, well, you had your Rodriguez and Gensel. Rodriguez get a couple goals and all these losers. But you know what? That's what a good team does. When the big guys don't score, I'm not saying that I think the Penguins are a better team, but that's why they won. So
yeah, I mean, look, obviously, and yes, when Ryan Lindgren laid that hit on Gensel, I was as happy as everybody else. But at the same time, we can't just count on our guys to lay down hits in order to bring us back up. We are going to need people to show up, step up, and as they say, time to nut up or shut up. That's what we need from this Rangers team.
okay. It's final rim shot.
All right, Connor.
Connor,
We'll
take
talk to you
care, my
soon.
friend.
Take care.
Thanks for calling in. The always entertaining.
Yes.
Speaking of always entertaining, here he comes.
And it's time for public humiliation.
When you get flogged?
What?
You're flogged in public? What's public humiliation, baby? What's the shirt say there? I like
everything I know. I learned on the street.
What's your shirt say there? It's got Big Bird on. I love Big Bird.
That's what it says.
Everything I know, I learned on the streets.
Ah, that's cool.
Get it?
shirt.
Get it? Okay. Anyways, like I've said this many times. Are you going to buy me a new TV if I smash it when this shit starts going down? No, of course not.
No.
How about you just don't smash your TV?
Yeah, how about you control your emotions, you lunatic?
We all get upset.
We all get upset. Jim's throwing his phone. I got Cheeto dust all over my face because I've eaten.
When was this?
What?
When was this?
He throws his phone every game. This guy.
No, game one.
Did it break?
Did it work? Did it break?
No.
Okay.
I just like this.
Where'd you throw your phone?
When they lost in overtime the other night. But it's just landed on the rug.
Oh, okay.
He threw it down. See, he doesn't remember. He
Carpeted
blacks out
floors.
during these things. This is
Well, I just lift my desk.
Usually the hat gets thrown, but I wasn't wearing a hat.
Costa, don't you watch the games on a computer?
Oh yeah, of course.
Then why are you busting the TV for? What do you go upstairs?
My TV's my monitor.
Oh, okay.
32 inch TV, 32 inch monitor. There you go. Beautiful.
Soon as they fall behind, Costa gets on
No.
that.
It's the way they fell behind.
Soon as they fall behind, he's on that Facebook Messenger like this.
Punching out Maverick.
Oh God, forget it.
No, explain yourself. Explain yourself. We'll let you.
Look, if that goal does not count, I'm still watching the game. The way it was controversial. I'm like, you know what? The refs, forget about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna lose my. I'm not gonna have a nervous breakdown because you know me and Howie, we have our little conspiracy theories and shit.
As far as the nervous breakdown, you're too late. So, but I will agree with you, my friend, that and this is. I don't think it's the referee's fault in this. I know I'm going to take maybe.
It's Toronto.
Exactly. Why are they even out there? Just go straight. I had to see that goal disallowed twice just to go to Toronto to say it was a goal. But can we cut the two middlemen, the two zebras out of it, and just go right to Toronto? I don't need to be teased and all that stress and then find out that it's going to be a goal.
Why don't we just have one official on the ice in Toronto watching the entire game and making all the calls?
Exactly.
And then they just radio it to the ref. We got a slash coming up, 23 white. We got a slash coming up, 14 blue. High sticking, tripping. They can make all the calls from Toronto. Open up the ice. We'll get 3 guys off the ice. We could do that.
Apparently, a referee has never looked at the referee's manual because I got to be cited Rule 30.9-4 by Koharski or these other buffoons on. They all know the rules. Apparently, they don't know the rules, the guys themselves. So what are they? They just to go like this and then drop a puck.
500 retired NHL referees. Don Koharski was the best they could do. The most infamous referee of all in hockey history.
No Kerry Frazier?
Yeah.
Or is he like been blackballed from the league or
Frazier wasn't
something?
bad. People hated him because he looked like little Lord Fauntleroy, but he was a good ref. I thought
He was a good ref.
Kelly Frazier?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right.
I mean, for a referee, I mean, let's face it. Danny Davis has more credibility than
Danny Davis.
Longer.
had more credibility than these NHL refs. Yeah,
that's the only game I fucking turned off was Game 3. Game 1 and 2 I kept watching.
Oh, okay. So you didn't like, plus the crowd was completely like berserk. And then they get that cheap goal, and you're like, oh, boy, this is so – I can't hear this crowd anymore. Which I guess they did their job. Pat DiPuzzo. I used to see guys in the blue seats with DiPuzzo jerseys on. He's a local guy, right? New York,
yes.
Jersey
guy.
I think his daughter used to wear his jersey up in the blue seats back in the day. Oh, I'm sorry. Dangerous Danny Davis. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So
like you said, right. Give. I mean, we've all been hard on Kreider. Give him the C, man. I think he deserves it. I think just for this season, he deserves the C.
Oh my God! With this
going forward, I mean, I hope we don't get no fucking buyer's remorse. That's my thing.
Nah,
I don't want to get no fucking buyer's remorse.
We need that attitude, even if he's just a 30-goal scorer the rest of his career. We need that attitude.
Give him the C and fucking Trouba's the first lieutenant.
Right.
What were you gonna say, Eddie? This just in.
That Pat DiPuzzo used to babysit Jen?
Yeah, he was my neighbor.
Yeah, he was her neighbor.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, well, small world, huh?
Yeah. I'd rather have Pat DiPuzzo. He's got a cooler name and then that nickname, Coho. Everybody's got a nickname now. You got Jonesy, you got Enzo, you got Enzo the Baker, you got
Douchebag Micheletti.
Douchebag Micheletti.
Bad
Hair Rosen.
Bald fuck.
Bald fuck.
Bald fuck.
We don't have to give anybody to see this year, but I love that we saw in that video. That's all I'm saying.
I want to watch that again.
All right.
All right. Anything else, Costa?
I don't know.
Will you be watching Game 4?
No. Oh yeah, I'm watching. If some bullshit like that happens again in Game 4, I'm punching out Maverick.
Yes, the mouth was more of a character than a nickname.
Right.
But
Again, it's. I'm not. You gotta get the triggers out, man. And that's a fucking trigger. It's a trigger.
I know. I think it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So me and you got to watch our emotions this month, especially. But yeah. Well, I like the fact that you owned up. You gave us the reasoning why you did what you did. Unlike Connor, who just blamed everything and everybody. Coach, Ranger, I know he's hurt.
He blames him for his fucking hemorrhoids.
What?
He blames him for his fucking hemorrhoids.
Yeah, Connor's got hemorrhoids. Wow. He must have been eating that spicy pork.
The spicy pork.
All right, my friend.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
All right, Costa.
Next time.
Spicy pork.
Good night.
Night.
Jay eats before every game.
Always entertaining.
Well, Howie, you gotta calm down with the referees. In the Tampa Bay game, who cares? I don't care. You gotta calm down. The referees, you must see them in your dreams. All right. So I want to. You want to end this the way we thought we were going to end it, or we talked about ending it?
Sure.
All right. Strange coinky dink happened to me last night. So I got recognized for doing our show here, and we're talking about music. And the person who knew me knew that I was in a band or whatever. And they were like, my friend, a good friend of mine, has a band called Flak Jacket, and they do a song about the Rangers. And she's like, this band would be right up your alley. And I think your fans would love it. So we have, yes, I got recognized at Wegmans.
Ran into Mike Vaza.
Yes, I was buying 3 pounds of tortellini. But anyway, I wasn't. But they're like, this group Flak Jacket, and I got in touch with the guy. His name is VJ Hanneman, and he lives close by me. So I told him to call in tonight, but it was Mother's Day and everything. He said, I don't know, but whatever. So we may have the guy on the show. Actually, so he does a song called, what is it? Let's Go Rangers, right?
Let's Go Rangers.
So we're going to play it out tonight. We'll see if we can have VJ on the show. And he could talk about the video and, the whole Ranger fan, how he got a band that does Ranger songs, hockey songs, crazy songs. So here it is, debuting. It's like the MTV premiere.
Right.
Of Let's Go Rangers by Flak Jacket. Take it away.
And then after that, we're just saying goodnight.
Yeah, we'll go dark. So we can say goodnight now if you want.
All right. Thanks to everybody for being here. We love you guys. Let's go Rangers. We'll get it done tomorrow night.
And
Eddie,
we'll be on Patreon. Yeah, we'll be on Patreon. What, Tuesday?
Tuesday night we'll be on Patreon.
And you sign up for Patreon, you get the post games every game the night after. So
yeah, we've been having a good time in there with those. So all right, we'll see you guys soon. Eddie, always a pleasure. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.